Hey y'all, it's Snoop Dogg, and you're listening to the Stories, Sports, and Sarcasm podcast.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
Good afternoon, evening, whatever, wherever you happen to be listening. Welcome to the Stories, Sports, and Sarcasm podcast.
Not very nice to the people of Tonga.
Triple
I'm
S
that
Paul.
they're
I was waiting on that.
I was waiting for Bert to start talking or somebody to start talking.
I'm Keith. This is Jim and Bert. So I got to start off with, I didn't have time to read through the show sheet, so I just opened it up on my phone and sent it to my printer. Here's that. And that's because I ran out of paper and toner. So I got to order new toner and 6 reams of paper for this thing to finish firing off.
it's like 3 pages.
Jim called me and he's like, "Hey, did you read the show sheet?" I was like, "No, I've only had 20 minutes since I opened it. I'm about halfway through."
Bert was off for 2 weeks. So he had to get everything on there. It's been
Yeah, that's why he took off the last show, is because he started on the damn show sheet.
There's like 11 items on the total thing. See, how many do I have? There's
lot.
8 headlines. 8.
Yeah,
We don't have to go through them all.
There's
What are
3 hours
headlines?
worth of show here. We're doing a 45-minute podcast, and there's 3 hours worth of show. There's 3 hours of content, man.
All right. So what are we drinking tonight, gentlemen?
I am going with just straight bullet bourbon tonight. One of the
Great
ones I got for Christmas, and yeah.
It looks like if I'm looking over your shoulder there, it looks like you got the same gift set I did with the Bullet Cup.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
I am also on Bullet. I'm doing a Bullet Old Fashioned. This is 6 shots of Bullet.
They're called pours.
Okay, we'll call it pour. There's 6 pours. I finished one bottle and got a good bit into the next one. And what are you drinking, Bert?
I'm drinking non-alcoholic athletic beer.
Wait,
I started
drinking-
dry January and December 5th. I
You're
was
drinking Mick Ultra.
No, actually it's got
Mick Ultra
flavors.
has too much alcohol for him.
Yeah. Well, this is 0.5%, so it's a 0.5%. I'd have to
Oh, hold
drink 10 gallons to drink what I normally drink in like 1 6-pack.
Alcohol-free beer. I don't get it. Alcohol-free beer is like jerking off, and right before you come, you stop and check your credit score.
What?
Well, over 800, it's fine. What? I mean, no, I decided to start dry January early, and I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to Black History Month because it is going to be lit February 1. I am totally back on the sauce. We're gonna have a good time.
Bert and I
Groundhog's
sat
Day, we're gonna do it again.
Hello, ladies.
Bert and I sat down for lunch just before Christmas. Oh, what is it that he said? He said this is how he determines, or this is how he proves he's not an alcoholic, is he takes a month off of drinking.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's how it works.
Well, it's kind of like not drinking the entire 12-pack, right? I don't drink all 12 months. I drink 11 months. So I pour that other one out for my homies. Right. So that's January. I started early.
And I'm glad we recorded this in December, because I'm also going to do a dry January. We do a thing with our church. It's they call it a Daniel fast, and I'm supposed to give up something really important to me. And
You're just talking about jerking off, and then 3 minutes later, we do this for my church.
yeah, and here's the thing.
He's Catholic. That's how they. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my pastor listens to this, and
Not anymore.
no, I'll probably hear about this the next time we go to lunch.
You may not be admitted entrance in this Sunday either. So.
All right. We are all wearing jerseys today. This was a decision made a week ago. I'm not a fan, and I'll tell you why. Because when I wear a jersey, I look like a guy who details cars who's waiting for his rap career to start. This is what this looks like to me.
So what
Yeah, yeah, no, I can-
wearing, Bert?
What's that?
What jersey are you wearing? You're wearing an Ohio State jersey. I see.
It's just a random Ohio State 12 jersey from Stephen Barry's from 20 years ago when they were still open.
Right, before they got put out of business for selling stuff that they weren't supposed to sell.
Yeah.
Ohio
So
State
is this our
jerseys?
is this our version of matching pajamas for Christmas? Is that
I
what we're
was-
doing?
Thinking the same thing when I got a message from Keith about wear a jersey. I'm like, what are we doing? We're gonna make a Christmas card.
Oh, am I?
Well, I was going to wear my Magic Johnson jersey, but I hadn't lost enough weight from not drinking alcohol to wear it. It's just I just looked too fat in it, so I had to.
Well, that's
It's
because
a-
when you bought a Magic Johnson jersey, you were about 16.
Yeah, I thought about going over to my parents, dig around the basement, see if I got to find my old junior high basketball jersey and shimmy on into it. Show up here, but
So,
I-
go ahead, Bert.
I have mine in my closet upstairs. I do have one, and it's like I can get my arm through it, and that's about it.
And so, what are you wearing, Jim?
Oh, I've got the Troy Polamalu home jersey,
Troy Polamalu, home jersey.
Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Fame, Troy Polamalu.
And you said your daughter bought that for you for Christmas.
Yeah. Yep. Daughter bought it for me for Christmas, and
She's a good kid.
She is a
she's
good
kid. I have two good kids.
You got one good.
Yeah,
You got
I was
one
gonna
that's
say it's
questionable
debatable.
at best.
We've met Nate.
We've often said the only reason that Nate's made it into our fantasy football league is because his mom slept with the commissioner.
Nice, very nice.
I am wearing
Can already
Button
tell.
Bowl, Bobby Boucher. This is the one from when he came back at halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl.
The special edition jersey.
Right.
Yeah, special
Got the
edition.
Bourbon Bowl logo on it and everything.
I feel like that should be like the Ohio State Andy Katzenmoyer jersey. Did you ever hear him interviewed? I mean, it wasn't even. It sounded just like Bobby Boucher.
I remember there was there was a quarterback at Auburn, and I can't remember his name. I think it was
Scam Newton.
No, it was after Cam Newton, and he was a communications major. And to listen to him talk, you couldn't understand a damn. He sounded like Farmer Fran, is what he sounded like.
What's he like to see naked? Right.
So, you guys have any New Year's resolutions?
Absolutely. No,
No.
I don't buy into that. Does your seat have the Top Gun logo on it?
No. It's
Oh.
that's Next Level Racing. This is my racing seat. I haven't put my new one in yet.
Might have a trademark infringement there with
I hope not.
Top Gun.
Loggins is going to grab Messina and he's going to come kick our ass. That's what's going to happen.
Apparently he didn't he either didn't listen to the podcast last week or he didn't find it as offensive as he did when we played his actual song.
He didn't recognize his song as what it was.
So I do have a New Year's resolution. I want to lose some weight. I have often said I would do anything.
Are we doing
to
serious
lose weight.
resolutions? Or
Yeah, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've often said that I would do anything to lose weight except for diet and exercise. But the plan is I want to lose a Grayson. Grayson.
Oh, yeah.
We weighed Grayson today. Grayson is 47 pounds. I'd like to lose a full Grayson because I weighed 270.4 pounds when I got on the scale today. And that was before I put my Bobby Boucher jersey on. I'm carrying the weight of the SCLSU Mud Dogs on my shoulders. And that was before that. So I have no idea how much it would weigh now. It'd probably break the scale.
I think you actually weigh as much as a professional wrestler. Keith the Animal Steel there.
That's what we need. We need to look up famous people that Keith weighs the same. See what we can-
1970s offensive line for the Packers.
Right. So did you guys
Orlando Pace.
what you guys do for the holidays?
Not a whole lot. Honestly, I've been focused on just random stuff. Like, okay, you know what I did? The big thing I did for the holidays, day after Christmas, unclogged the toilet. That's right. That's what I did.
Was this a ghost pooper? Or did you know who did it?
You know what? I've got two boys that are nearly 6 feet tall, and they can poop like you have no idea. I think it
Anybody
was the oldest one.
who knows Bert, both his children have been taller than him since they were in the 4th grade.
I can't. My son, Nathan's the same way.
Oh, Nate is so I'm probably 3 inches taller than Jim, 3 inches taller than Jim.
Yeah.
Nate's probably 4 inches taller than me.
Yeah, he's a solid 6'3".
Right.
Yeah.
I'm right at 6 foot.
My 17-year-old is 5'10". My 13-year-old is like 6 feet even.
Bringing the heat in the toilet, huh?
Giant ginger. Yeah.
So I got to have Grayson for Christmas morning.
Nice.
First time since his first Christmas. He was able to come over, and for those of you who know Grayson, he didn't care. He didn't give shit about Christmas. We handed him one package. He ripped some paper off of it, and then it was a fight to get the paper out of his hand because his favorite thing right now is torn up paper. He's been tearing up one napkin every time he comes over. We've got a pile of these Thanksgiving napkins with turkeys on them, and he rips strips off of them every time he comes over. It's a fight to get those away from
His go-to move.
Right.
No, I didn't do anything. Just normal Christmas. I did make the mistake of going to Walmart on Christmas Eve because I wanted an HDMI cord. That's all I wanted was an HDMI cable. So yeah, that was fun. Why are HDMI cables under lock and key at Walmart? I had to wait for 20 people who are buying Christmas presents for this teenage kid who hates his job to come unlock so I could get an HDMI cable.
Right.
You can get an HDMI cable at the dollar store, man. They're there. You can go to the Dollar General.
If I wanted a dollar store quality HDMI cable, then yeah, I probably could have. But
Instead, you got a Walmart quality HDMI cable.
My mistake, Mr. Jefferson.
Same cable, better packaging.
Right.
And it's under lock and key, so you know it's good.
Didn't realize Jim had moved up like George and Wheezy.
Yeah. My apologies, Rockefeller. So, anybody do any traveling or anything?
Chillicothe. Got to smell the mead.
Fantasy football.
Oh, yeah. I got knocked out.
You took a painful one.
I would have beat everybody in the playoffs except the guy I was playing with.
I took a loss to you the week before and then didn't touch my line. It didn't touch anything because we're not playing for anything. And I looked at it today. And I think I scored 171 points.
Love it. I love it. Yeah. So we got the championship game. Bert, you are not going to get your team renamed this year.
That's good.
It's looking pretty
peaked for a while.
I won the first round of the consolation ladder. That's all I needed to do.
That was your preseason goals.
That's it's always my preseason goal. Get to that game.
So this isn't Christmas related, but the other day I went and picked up Grayson and we came home and Heather had ordered some takeout from a wing place around here called Wingstop. We went there. Grayson won't eat it. So I went to get him some chicken nuggets and fries. Now, I went to this shitty little fast food restaurant. I don't want to name names. Like, I don't want to name names of these shitty fast food restaurants. So let's just, for argument's sake, we'll call it Wendy's.
Yeah,
so I went to Wendy's and I ordered a chicken nugget kids meal with fries and a drink. Now, Grayson's not going to drink the drink. They give me the bag. So I'm the only one there, and it's a 10-minute process because will you stop burping in the damn microphone? Bert?
Oh, you can hear that. Sorry. I thought I was
heard
muted.
it a couple times and I'm like, I wasn't sure if something glitched or what was going on.
I thought I was hitting the mute button on my screen. It didn't
No,
work.
all
Okay, sorry
you're
about
muting is us.
I can still hear you. All right, sorry about that. Now I know.
Oh,
let me restart my dial-up connection.
Oh my gosh. So so I go over. I'm the only one there. 10 minutes. Now I usually go 3-4 miles down the road to a different Wendy's because I can't stand this one close to the house, but I was in a time crunch and that was my mistake. So I get home and I've got spicy nuggets, which Grayson doesn't do spicy nuggets. Well, Grayson will not eat them. They're too spicy for him. I would have eaten them.
He will.
No, he's never been that hungry. He'll eat cucumbers before he'll eat spicy nugget. I'd been upset about some other stuff. So this was just kind of my tipping point. So I told Heather, I'm like, I'm going back. I'm just going to go back over there. So I drive back over there and I go inside.
Bad move.
So I go inside and I get up there and I was like, I ordered chicken nuggets. What's this? They're like, oh, we gave you spicy nuggets. And then just walked away. They just said, oh, we gave you spicy nuggets. And then they walked away. I was like, can I have some regular nuggets? And they're like, yeah, we can do that. Why do you think I came back in here? You think I came back in here just to tell you that I got spicy nuggets and I was going to be like, peace, I'll see you later. So they gave me spicy nuggets and like I said, it's been so many times at the same place. I'm like, we got to talk to somebody. I got to talk to somebody about it. So I was like, can I talk to the manager? And there's a sea of people. I went full Karen on this.
Yeah.
Sea of people.
Over nuggets, right?
Over
We're talking about nuggets.
Oh,
nuggets.
This gets better. So the sea of people part and this guy that doesn't look like he can manage anything. It doesn't look like he can manage to go take a shit by himself. He's running the restaurant. Everybody else is watching him run the restaurant. So I start getting irritated and he starts blowing me off. And you guys know how much I love being ignored. So I start getting irate. What is the level of angry? It's beside myself.
Yeah.
Irate. And what's the next one?
I thought irate was top of the scale.
No, I thought there was one. Livid. Livid is beyond irate. Yeah. So I'm irate.
You're on step 2.
Right.
3.
And
he's gone Karen.
Right.
He's
So
feral Karen.
I mean,
He's
I'm
one
just,
step away from Karen calling her husband to come
I was
in.
like, are you the person that I need to talk to about this restaurant being a shithole? Like, is that who I talk to? And so he commences to ignoring me.
Diplomacy.
He said, quote, I don't have time for this. Really? Because there is no one else here. I was like, that's fine. If you're not the person to talk to, just tell me who to talk to. Tell me who I should call and talk to. And he's like, I don't have time to do that either. So that is when I went from irate to livid. And the spicy nuggets that were in front of me went into the kitchen.
Oh,
I launched a 4-piece nugget into the kitchen.
unbelievable.
I was so pissed. And I went full Karen on the they give you the receipt where you get a free hamburger if you
You
write
filled
a
out the
review.
survey.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I got on the I was I'm on my
Strongly
phone,
Would
like,
not recommend.
Heather's like, are you
0
all right?"
stars.
I almost broke the screen on my phone typing, and she's
So-
like, are you okay?
A couple things about this situation, Keith.
Yeah.
Number one, you never send food back. If you go through the drive-through, I don't care if you ordered fish and they give you spicy chicken nuggets, you eat what's in the bag. Okay.
And-
This is how it goes. You eat what's in the damn bag. Okay. Your second mistake was going back in to complain and then asking for different food, because I hope you like spit and boogers in your food, because
Well,
that is what you got.
Here's the thing. When I went in, super smiling, and was like, hey, you guys gave me the wrong stuff. I watched them. I mean, I was completely polite until I had those nuggets in my hand. When I had those nuggets in my hand, that flipped the switch and I went absolutely berserk.
I got to say, this is on you.
Well, yeah, I didn't eat the nuggets either. Grayson did. So.
Well, yeah, you're lucky it wasn't Waffle House, because you'd have got shot right there.
Right.
The grill cook would have just pulled out his 9 and put 2 in you.
Right.
Did
And
you
he
see the
continued
video that
flipping.
a Waffle House customer throw a chair and the cook caught it with her hand?
And went out to beat her ass. Yes, I saw that.
Any changes at all to our 5 faces? Anybody?
I don't.
Faces, no. But I do have something for you. Madonna has wished everybody a Merry Christmas. There she is today.
Oh,
She's had more work done than 270, right? Apparently.
wow.
Yeah.
Good
This is what she
night.
looks like now,
That's-
right? This is
That was Madonna?
that was Madonna.
No way.
There
That's
we go. That is
no.
Madonna today.
Shut the front door.
What?
She's in her 60s. I mean, oh,
60s.
For those of you who are listening on Spotify, pull over because the video is going to be up. You have got to see this.
That cannot be real.
yeah. Look at that work.
is-
Ooh,
Wrong with her eyebrows.
It looks
they're
like
not
she
hers.
got stung by a bunch of bees, is what it looks
She look-
like.
Was this is that Nicolas Cage and Face Off?
Face-
Oh,
yeah.
my
So she's
God.
she's looking a little rough these days.
Oh,
So yeah, that was Madonna's wish. That was her wishing everybody a Merry Christmas this year,
Holy nice.
which looks, scared the shit out of me. Right? I was like,
Oh.
ooh,
Wow.
that picture just had that. Do you want to play a game vibe
Yeah,
to
she
it?
would, if she looked like that 30 years ago, she would still be like a virgin.
Ugh.
Wow. That's
So speaking of 5 faces, that I don't want to punch it. I don't want to touch it. I'm afraid it'll hurt. But
Oh.
that's a face you do not want to roll over in the morning and see lying
So
next to you.
I actually do have a change for my 5 faces. And Alex reminded me of it last week. I want to take the guy off that did the Phillips head or the flathead screw.
Okay.
okay,
That guy is an entire asshole.
Yeah.
But I got to take him off and I got to put on Aaron, whatever his middle name is, Rogers. Actually, I looked it up because I was planning on saying this and I still don't know what his middle name is. God, that's son of a bitch. I hate that guy.
I watched that game. He threw like 9 interceptions. And somehow they still won the game.
I hate him. I hate him. Fucking teammate. I hate him.
Go ahead, Bert.
Oh no! So I think it's time for headlines, right? First one is, Jim, you're a resident Steelers fan. If you don't mind just couple words about the passing of Franco Harris. It's a sad day for Steelers Nation.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say. I mean, the guy was a Steelers icon, not just Steelers, NFL icon. Was all class all the time.
You know, as a Browns fan, I can appreciate Franco Harris, the charity work he did, the fact that, you know, he stopped every time to provide autographs. Nobody had a negative word to say about Franco Harris. So,
No.
Yeah, I'm a Packers fan, and that was back when the Steelers were stomping the ever living shit out of everybody. And no, Franco Harris, stand up, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
all right. So J.J. Watt retiring after this season. Does he walk into the Hall of Fame? He's got 107.5 sacks, no titles, and he was the Defensive Player of the Year 3 times.
Absolutely, 100%.
First ballot.
First ballot, okay.
No doubt. No doubt. I mean, who else in this year, and let's say the last 2 years that's retired, is going to go in faster than JJ Watt? I don't think there's anybody.
Good answer. All right. Wake Forest quarterback Sam Hartman enters the transfer portal. This will be his 6th year of eligibility. He's played 4 significant years. He's played enough in 4 years to have significant time each year. And he's getting a 6th year of eligibility.
Okay, I just have one question. Who?
He threw 38 touchdowns last year in the SEC or in the ACC,
Okay.
and like 8 interceptions. He has great stats.
Shall I ask again? Who?
He plays
What
for the
is-
Fighting Tim Duncans. All right.
What are we?
All right. Next.
Are
So
we going to talk about every historical black college coach as well? Is that what we're?
No, we're not going to relax. So
Let me give one thought on the Sam. What's
okay,
Sam
go
Hartman?
for it. Yeah, Sam Hartman.
Who?
If you're not going to be in the NFL, clearly, if you're the quarterback of a college for 6 years, you're not going to make it to the league. Let him play 8 years, 10. Who cares?
Yeah, that's
The
a good.
quarterbacks that are going into the league are there for they're 3 and out. That's it. They're 3 and in the league. Let the guys play.
Right. And I
Dr.
mean,
Hartman backs up, throws a. I mean,
right. And it's not like it's not like Sam Hartman is going to be like me or between me and Tom Brady, we got 7 Super Bowls.
at what point are you Uncle Rico, though? Right? At what point are you in the locker room? You've been in college 8 years, and you know you're telling the others, "Well, you know, we'd have won that title if Coach would have put me in my freshman year."
So
Talks about
went-
high school still.
when I went and bought this jersey, they had an Uncle Rico jersey.
Gee.
Okay, Broncos brass still believe in Russell Wilson. Call him fixable. He's so far this year, he's thrown 12 touchdowns and 9 interceptions with an 82 passer rating.
Well, I think the coach that just got fired, I think what he said is, "What the fuck are you think? What do you think I'm going to do?" The guy's guy has more bathrooms than he has touchdowns this year. I don't know if that was a real quote or not, but I'm just going to assume it was a real quote. If it wasn't a real quote, quote me, because he's got more bathrooms than he's got touchdowns this year.
Is Russell Wilson a system quarterback only?
I think let's give him next year and see. He's got a lot of weapons on Denver, though.
He's also old. So
Like
this is
34.
But this isn't the same Russell Wilson that was in the league 8 years ago that had the legs to extend plays. He can't do what he could do. And it's not,
He
it's not,
can. He was doing it last year.
he wasn't doing it last year like he was doing it 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, 8 years ago, they were one play away from winning the Super Bowl. Pete or whoever the offensive coordinator, instead of handing the ball to Marshawn Lynch on the 3-inch line, decided to throw an out pattern and gave Tom Brady and I one of our Super Bowls.
All right. So Ed Reed is set to be the
Denny
coach.
Hamlin and I also have 3 Daytona 500s. So
That's pretty impressive.
it is impressive.
How
Ed
many
Reed
do you
is
and
set
Joey
to-
Logano have?
I think we've only got one.
I believe
We
you have
got 2 championships, though.
Yeah, 2 championships. Yeah.
Me and Jimmy Johnson have 7 championships, though.
How many convictions do you and Ryan Leaf have?
Oh, I'm not sure. I haven't checked our record lately.
So Ed Reed is set to become the next coach of Bethune-Cookman University and HBCU. Does he fill the void left by Deion Sanders leaving Jackson State? And mind you, the other two big names, there's three big names in HBCUs. Eddie George, who is at Tennessee State, Eddie Robinson Jr., who's at Alabama State University, and then Fred McNair, the brother of Steve McNair, the former quarterback for the Titans.
He was Tennessee. 3 words. No one fucking cares.
Just wait till Colorado's playing for a national title next year.
Colorado's not who we're talking about. We're talking about Ed Reed, which no one cares. No one cares about any of these schools. Jackson State, South Carolina State, Florida A&M, Southern University, Grambling, Morgan State, Alcorn State, which Alcorn State is where Steve McNair went.
Right.
Langston, Albany State, Norfolk State, Tennessee State, Alabama State University. If anybody that is listening to this podcast is a big fan of any of these schools, send us an email and we will send you something. We'll send you a can koozie or a t-shirt, birthday card. I don't know. No one's a fan of these. There's literally no fan.
There are more headlines. We could move on if you're
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do that.
You know what?
all right.
Hold on, Jim. Why don't you chime in on the HBCU colleges?
I think you said it all, Keith. We'll just leave it at that. What we would really like for you to do, though, doing this podcast is be a little more outgoing, state your opinion on things a little bit more.
I'm a little
Hold back,
reserved.
Keith.
Yeah, you seem like you're holding back.
Think about it like
I'm only holding back because I think my pastor's listening.
Think about it like
Oh,
you're at a
you said
Wendy's
that.
and they've given you spicy nuggets, man. Just let it rip. So if you thought you didn't care about that last headline, Night Court. You remember the show from the 80s is being rebooted.
Remember the court? Bull Shannon.
Yeah.
I remember the judge had the armadillo in his office.
Harry T. Stone. So
I knew nothing about this till I saw this.
Harold T. Stone.
Whoa.
Harold T. Stone. He started out on Cheers as a grifter and then moved over to Night Court.
I didn't know that.
Night Court's being rebooted.
Marky Post.
yeah.
I had a thing for Marky Post.
Rest in peace, Marky Post. She passed away at 71, colon cancer. But so
Did
Melissa
you
Roch.
just know that, or did you expect me to say I had a thing for Marky Post and looked it up?
I figured that you just have a thing for any woman in any show. It's not I didn't think it was just limited to Marky Post, but
Marky Post had the lesbian vibe to me. I never really got into that.
I don't know.
and we're canceled. All right, so
But the thing is I didn't. When I was watching this, I didn't know what a lesbian was. Once I realized what a lesbian was, I wasn't watching Night Court.
the new judge is going to be Melissa Roch from I think,
Pastor
The
watches
Big
this,
Bang.
right, Keith?
Yeah, I
Big Bang
love
Theory.
Melissa Rauch. But the
Roush,
thing is-
okay. So
I
she's going to
don't-
be the judge, and she plays Harry T. Stone's daughter.
Oh, but the thing is does she sound like Bernadette? Because I think 70% of what I like about her is that voice that she has for Bernadette. She has a deeper voice in real life, and I don't love it.
So you're basically turning Night Court into Pornhub. Gotcha. Okay, so
Well, I might. Who else is in it?
Sacramento Kings coach Mike Brown enters health and safety protocols in the NBA. My question is, who has ruined more NBA teams, Mike Brown or the Kardashians?
That's a toss-up, isn't it?
It is a toss-up.
That's
So
tough.
Mike Brown has ruined the Kings and the Cavs,
Lakers.
the Lakers. See, I can only think of 3 teams, the Kardashians.
Did he
So
win a title with the Cavs?
no.
No, they booted him, and then they
What's
got
the-
that guy
oh,
from the
yeah.
Israeli league,
Yeah.
and then they got Tyronn Lue.
Ron Lou. There you go. Never mind. Yep. And the Kardashians, how many have they ruined?
Well, Khloe Kardashian ruined Tristan Thompson, which we already. I mean, he wasn't really that good anyway.
Yeah.
Can't
I
say
think what
you
happened is
ruined Tristan Thompson.
well, they were both competing for the starting power forward position at that time, and I just don't think they could keep it in the family. It just wasn't working that time. And then what? Kendall was dating Kyle Kuzma. You know what? I'm going to go with Mike Brown on this. I'm not even. He was a terrible coach for the Lakers, so he's ruined it for me.
Whole room just shifted. The monitor shifted. We're now we can.
All his camera.
The
is motion
camera
tracking.
moves. So like, and I realized that last week when I was setting up the stuff in the back, when I was setting up my bourbon behind me, it moves. And I realized it when I was over by the television and it had zoomed in on me.
Zoomed in on your ass crack leaning over, setting up your bourbon display.
Oh, mercy, mercy.
Oh, so
right.
the VR football, Keith, I wanted to talk to you about this since we're on cameras and technology a little bit here.
Yes.
Did you watch that video I sent you of the guy playing?
I did. And the thing is when you sent it to me, I'm like, there's no way that this guy he did that on purpose. He did it to make a funny video. And then I realized that you can turn change a setting in the VR. So no matter where you are, you're in the game. And I didn't know that.
It's a bad idea.
Oh, that's a very bad idea because I have a small section in front of my couch and I kicked the dog twice playing this game. Just like I was trying to send people in motion by kicking my legs, and that doesn't work at all.
That guy pump fake twice. First off, he refused to listen to the instructions that his kid was trying to give him on how to play the game. He just started the snap count.
He did. He blew 42 and he
Blew
snapped
42'd it and pump faked and was running for the first down as he got flushed out of the pocket. And yeah, he flushed his face right into the wall at full speed.
I bought this system, and apparently my family doesn't realize I didn't buy it for them. Like I had no intention of really sharing it a whole lot. We went over to a friend's house and they're like, "Oh, try this out." And I'm like, I've seen people talk about this is stupid. And I strapped this thing on and
Wrap this thing on.
you strap it on and you look like a fucking idiot. You do. You look. And I got on a roller coaster and damn near fell down in their living room. There's this free court basketball thing. You're out and you're like bouncing the ball and you shoot it. You're standing at the foul line and you throw it once and it falls in front of you. And then you throw it the second time. It goes over the rim, over the backboard, lands on the roof. So I take it off. I go down and sit down and Heather's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm ordering one of those." "What do you think I'm doing?" So I went and bought one.
Yeah.
We ended up going to the Walmart in Lancaster and buying one. I'm $500 into this thing since I bought it yesterday. But so it's fun. The kids are upstairs using it. I don't appreciate that, but they're up there using it. They like I said, they thought I bought it for the whole family, but I didn't. I bought it for me, and I was letting them mess with it a little bit yesterday, and then they got the wrong idea. I ordered shit for it today because the battery goes dead too fast. So it's time for Buzz the Tower.
Let it rip.
Downtown.
Revving up your engines, listen to a howl and roar. Like a man on attention, begging you to touch and go. Highway to the danger zone. We gotta take you right into the danger zone.
Oh, Kenny Loggins hates our guts.
Yeah.
Hashtag Kenny Loggins hates our show.
Messina's better anyway.
So what you got for us, Bert?
Well, I see the topics. Let's start with The Office. It says trivia. What are we doing here?
That was not Buzz the Tower.
Oh,
Buzz the Tower is where you come with a topic that
Damn
we
it,
don't know anything
Bert.
about. Bert, have you ever done this before?
I
Clown of
missed
the
a week.
Are we doing clown of the week? Right?
Are we
Let's
ready?
just
Clown of the
do
week?
it. Clown of the week for the third straight week. The hat trick. Bert Wall. Congratulations.
First of all, Buzz the Tower is brought to you by
Yay.
CompuServe, providing dial-up access for Jim and Jim alone.
Are you sure that's non-alcoholic?
Yeah, it's,
Sir,
this
are you
is,
sure that's
this
non-alcoholic
is-
beer?
This is says non-alcoholic. Wait, where is it at? Right there. I gotta
I
put it in my
can't
face.
see it over the casting couch.
Yeah, that's the Simpsons casting couch. Oh, Lisa.
Good God, Lisa's like 9. Who are you?
She was
me?
9 40 years ago. That show is 40 years old or 30 years old.
Did you say she was 9 4 years ago?
40 years ago? No, sounds like something you would say.
Coming off the tracks.
Shit's getting away from us.
Buzz the Tower subject. There were some rumors that Andrew Whitworth, former Bengal, former Ram, former world champion with the Ram, might come out of retirement to play for the Bengals because they need some OL help.
In hope.
Yep. Bengals coach Zach Taylor kind of chuckled at it and said, "We've got people in house. Thing or not a thing?"
I want to.
We doing Buzz the Tower a thing or not a thing?
Yeah, I want to paraphrase
happening
earlier where I said, "Who?"
You know who he is. Everybody knows.
I think I know who he is. Who is he? What was that name again? Andrew Whitworth? Was
in
he
the title of the show, Sports, Sarcasm, and Stories. You seem to have not known anything about.
Actually, not what the title of the show is. It's
Sports, and Sarcasm.
Sports and Sarcasm. Sports is a conduit to us doing what we do best, and that is picking on our friends. Speaking of that, Bert, I got some questions for you.
What's your question?
I don't have any questions.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe I ought to dial back on this old fashioned next time.
Yeah, 6 shots. That seems helpful.
They're called pours.
They're called pours.
How much goes into a pour?
1 ounce.
Oh, very similar to what a shot is.
Yeah, it's similar to a shot.
Yeah, it is. All right, let's get back into one of the big topics from last week, just because Bert wasn't here. Batman or Superman?
Oh, Superman all day long. There's not even a thing.
Okay, well, I just
if Batman had time, he had time to what? Get shot, zap, done. It's not even a thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
so yeah, Jim and I talked about this week. Batman has time. Superman also has time.
By the way, that discussion continued the next day at work while Alex continued to defend his decision that if Batman had preparation, he would win this fight.
So is technically Alex the first person to be paid on this podcast?
What?
Is Alex the first person to be paid for being on this podcast because you guys discussed it the next day?
Yeah, technically.
So here's the thing. If you ever watch the show The Boys on Amazon, I think they've got 2 or 3. Yeah, great show. Homelander is basically, the doppelganger for Superman, right?
What the
and
need more ice.
They basically had 2 superheroes try to beat that version of Superman, and they couldn't do it.
Right.
And then,
they had one of them had the same powers as him.
Right. Yeah. One was his dad, right? Couldn't beat him. Right. There's no way Batman could do it. Right. There's no way Batman's going to have the technology. Oh, kryptonite. Yeah. You don't think Superman can't go X-ray vision? Oh, look, kryptonite. I'm going to avoid that. Right. And then I'm just going to laser right through Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Right.
There's not a whole lot you can do to avoid laser eyes cutting you in half, especially when you expose your stupid chin.
Yeah. Let's
one
get
laser eye beam to the chin, and Batman is absolutely hose.
Yes.
What's our version? Like Elon Musk? Could Elon Musk beat Superman? No. Jeff Bezos with enough time? No.
And Jeff Bezos doesn't even have to buy cool shit. He can just take him out of the warehouse and not even pay for him.
Right.
If I had a warehouse full of shit, I would just go in and grab stuff. And they're like, "Hey, do you have a receipt for that?" No, I don't. Here's my ID. You're fired.
Jeffrey Bezos.
The Office. Underrated lines from The Office.
Who is Justice Beaver? One of the most underrated lines in the whole show.
Now, I know that Jim would watch the whole series straight through, and then when Michael would leave, he'd just start the series over. Yeah. Like the rest of it didn't happen.
I watched when it first came on Netflix. I started the beginning, watched every episode all the way through, even the garbage episodes after.
Even Scott's Tots.
Oh,
California.
To this day, I cannot watch Scott's Tots. I watch it, but I skip through the part where he's at the school.
And what's the other one that's the dinner party one is so hard to watch?
I don't know. I think that one's fabulous. Shit, I've lived through that.
Yeah, we were at a dinner
party.
You
just say fabulous.
I said it earlier. Are you on a
Alert.
tape delay? I said it like 5 minutes ago.
I don't pay a lot of attention to you normally. So alert Alex. Calling Bert straight is like calling.
So
One of my favorite ones is actually from Beyond after Michael leaves. It's the one where Ryan I think he's on a camel in the parking lot. And he tells Kelly, I know I don't always treat you the way that for whatever reason you think I should. And then in that same episode, what's the redhead? The British girl.
Aaron. Nellie.
Nellie.
Yeah.
Nellie said they're talking about erectile dysfunction. Nellie's like, I've been with much older men. And Robert and Creed both say, how old? At the same time. And then Creed says, Jinx, you owe me some Coke.
I think when Robert California is dressing Andy down over the phone and he says, you don't even know my real name. I'm the fucking Lizard King. That's probably one of my favorite lines of the whole show.
See, who played him? I can't remember his name.
James Spader.
James Spader. I love James Spader because he was in the spinoff of the Firm, or not the
The Firm.
was called Boston Legal.
Yep.
He was in that and he was phenomenal. I loved him in that. And then he was also, what's the other one he was in?
Blacklist. Yeah.
He was great in Blacklist too.
I saw the first 3 seasons of that and I enjoyed it. I just haven't went back to it. But yeah, he was great in that. No, he's great at deadpan, right? He just delivers a line and it's wonderful. It's fabulous, right? It's
Triple
I'm
S
sure that
Pod.